Okay, so we're going to install the spin levers, the retro kit onto, this is a Bronco top that we're working on. First thing you're going to need to do is you are going to need to peel this back, the marine deck mat that's on it. We've got a separate Bronco template coming. This is a Jeep one that we've got already on hand, but it's just moving this hole back about 3/4 of an inch, and that's for the front. So what you're going to do is, you see that there's arrows here. You're going to want to make sure that you've got an arrow going towards the tailgate and an arrow going towards the outside of the vehicle, so the fenders on the side. So you can see about how far we've got to pull this back. So this comes back. To re-stick it down, try not to touch that much of it. This way you can actually re-stick it down. Worst case scenario is get you double-sided tape. If it won't stay down, to go that way, so you're reapplying like the 3M sticky part on the bottom versus spray on glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of 2-inch masking tape just so I can mark my hole. And again, I'm going to set the front edge, not on the edge of the tail skin, but on the edge of the top, corner to corner, and I'm going to mark that. I'm going to mark it here, and then I'm also going to mark where the edge is, because I need to come back this far on the Bronco because the side frame ends right here, and that's really close to the spin lever. So I want to move the spin lever in a little bit. So it's about 3/4 of an inch that we're going to move it. So all I'm going to do is slide this down, keep the same edge, and I'm going to look for the edge that I just drew, which is right there. That was the back side. And I'm going to do this right there. There's my square hole. And that's what I'm going to drill using a 1/4-inch drill bit. And then that allows the spin lever to go on underneath. So here's your spin lever. Here is the retro PEM studs pressed into a steel washer with a rubber washer that goes on it. So the rubber washer goes onto the metal when you push it through the hole, and that way that keeps it from spinning as you're tightening up the nut. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this. I'm going to try and see if I can hold this back with a piece of tape, see if this helps. Just to kind of keep it out of my way, just like that. So take my 1/4-inch drill. The tape helps with keeping a lot of the shards and stuff out of the way. So just make sure you pull that off of the sticky part so that doesn't stay under the top if you don't want them under there. Well, you don't want them there, so get rid of them. So with that right there, I'm going to make sure it's deburred on the bottom side. So if you got a little burr right there, go ahead and use your drill bit or a file just to get them off. I'm using the tape here just to kind of help out with that. So that's deburred. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the bolts with the rubber washer. I'm going to put that down, and you can see how it sticks up just a little bit. We're trying to keep this as tight as we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mat back over it. It's got just a little bitty bump. If you want, you can score the underside of your foam and kind of like take about 1/8 of an inch off underneath when you see where that location is. But this is very minor. So I'm going to leave that like that. So what we're gonna do is this. So we're gonna take this plastic washer. This is what's gonna go on the metal first. And then you're gonna put the spin lever on. And then you're gonna put the washer and the nut on. So, and then we're gonna tighten that all up. So as you're tightening everything up, if you find that this is still spinning a little bit, just get you some needle nose pliers and just barely hold it and tighten your nut up on the other side. It's just enough so you can get needle nose on it, and that way you can tighten up your nylock nut on the backside so that this is about what it looks like spin-wise. It's nice, it's tight, but it's not too tight. You can tighten it up as much as you want or keep it as loose as you want. But then when you're done, push all this back over onto the top of it. Make sure you push on the edges so it stays nice and tight and clean and goes back on. And you should be good without having any issues. So we're gonna work on doing the other sides, the other locations. So again, when you wanna go do the middle one, at the hinge right here, same thing. You're going to use the square hole locator, but you're going to put the arrow towards the tailgate and then the outside arrow towards the outside of the vehicle or towards the roll bar, and you're going to square it up here and on the front edge of the large top. So that's where you're going to mark your hole. So same thing. We'll peel this back, we'll take the masking tape, and we'll drill the hole. So we're gonna show you that. We're gonna show you all of them on the video, but for right now, I'm going to get everything else set up and prepped so we can do that. lever is on. I've got it in. You can see it's all nice and snug. It's real simple. You want to lift it, just reach underneath and spin it. Lift it up. Here's your spin lever. Do the same thing for the middle when you want to stand it up. Pull it out. It's so nice. It's a lot easier than trying to put pins in. You know, I just put it in, reach under, spin the lever underneath. Wrong way. And again, if you need to tighten them up a little bit, I get them to where they're snug but not too hard to spin. That way it's just simple and easy, and that way when it's in, it's nice and snug. Glass comes down perfect over it. Or when you want to close the tailgate, everything's still in line with everything. You know, the whole system just works. So again, this is the new spin lever retro kit. This one's on the Bronco. The Jeep's going to be the same thing. It's the same parts. It goes on the same way. So when we get a Jeep in here, we'll do the same thing with doing a Jeep installation. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Thanks for all your support. And we look forward to working together with you for years to come. Thanks.